Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of entertainment's most iconic figures. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Harry Chapin, a singer-songwriter whose poignant storytelling and soaring melodies captivated audiences for decades. With his unique blend of folk, rock, and pop, Chapin left an indelible mark on the music world. But before he became a household name, he was just a young boy growing up in Brooklyn, New York. Born on December 7, 1943, in the midst of World War II, Harry Forster Chapin was the second of four children to Jim and Jean Chapin. His father, a big band drummer, would often take Harry to see jazz greats like Duke Ellington and Count Basie perform at the legendary Paramount Theater in Brooklyn, where the sounds of swing and bebop filled the air. These early experiences not only exposed Harry to the magic of live music, but also instilled in him a deep appreciation for the art form. The Chapin family lived in a cozy brownstone in the Brooklyn neighborhood of Borough Park, surrounded by the sights and sounds of a vibrant immigrant community. As a child, Harry was fascinated by his father's stories about life on the road as a musician. Jim Chapin, a talented drummer and educator, would regale his children with tales of touring with jazz legends like Woody Herman and Tommy Dorsey. These stories sparked Harry's imagination and fueled his passion for music. The Chapin household was always filled with music, from the sound of Jim practicing his drums in the basement to the family gatherings around the piano, where they would sing and play together. Harry attended Brooklyn Technical High School, a prestigious public school that emphasized science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Although he excelled academically, Harry's true passion was sports, particularly football and sailing. He was an avid athlete and enjoyed the camaraderie and competition that came with being part of a team. However, it was during his time at the United States Air Force Academy, which he attended from 1961 to 1962, that Harry began to develop his skills as a musician. He played guitar and sang in a folk group, performing at local coffee houses and bars in Colorado Springs. The early 1960s were a transformative time for music, with the folk revival in full swing and artists like Bob Dylan and Joan Baez gaining popularity. Harry was deeply influenced by these musicians, as well as the likes of Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger, whose commitment to social justice and storytelling through song would later become hallmarks of Chapin's own career. He spent countless hours listening to their records, studying their lyrics, and practicing his own craft. As we explore Harry Chapin's early life, it becomes clear that his unique blend of creativity, curiosity, and determination was shaped by his family, his surroundings, and the tumultuous times in which he lived. With a strong foundation in music, social justice, and storytelling, Harry was poised to make his mark on the music world. The seeds of his future success were sown in these formative years, as he honed his skills, developed his style, and began to craft the songs that would one day captivate audiences around the world. The 1970s were a pivotal time for Harry Chapin, as he began to make a name for himself in the music industry. In 1972, he released his debut album, Heads and Tails, which featured the hit single Taxi. The song's narrative style and soaring melody captivated audiences, and it quickly became a staple of folk rock radio. Chapin's unique blend of storytelling and social commentary resonated with listeners, who were drawn to his authentic and often poignant lyrics. As Harry's career took off, he released a string of successful albums, including Sniper and Other Love Songs in 1972, Short Stories in 1973, and Verities and Balderdash in 1974. The latter album featured the iconic song, Cats in the Cradle, which tells the story of a father-son relationship and the passing of time. The song's themes of family, love, and regret struck a chord with listeners, and it became one of Chapin's most beloved and enduring songs. Throughout his career, Harry Chapin was known for his tireless touring schedule and his commitment to social justice. He was a frequent performer at benefits and charity events, using his platform to raise awareness and funds for causes he cared about. In 1975, he co-founded Why Hunger, a non-profit organization dedicated to fighting hunger and poverty in the United States. Chapin's work with Why Hunger reflected his deep concern for social justice and his desire to use his music as a force for positive change. One of the key factors that set Harry Chapin apart from other singer-songwriters of his era was his unique ability to craft songs that were both personal and universal. His music often dealt with themes of family, relationships, and everyday life, but he also tackled more complex issues like poverty, inequality, and social injustice. Songs like Flowers Are Red and Bummer showcased Chapin's ability to balance humor and pathos, creating a sense of intimacy and connection with his listeners. As the 1970s progressed, Harry Chapin continued to release critically acclaimed albums, including Portrait Gallery in 1975 and Dance Band on the Titanic in 1977. The latter album featured the hit single Dance Band on the Titanic, which became a staple of AOR radio and further cemented Chapin's status as one of the leading singer-songwriters of his generation. Throughout his career, Harry Chapin was driven by a passion for music, a commitment to social justice, and a desire to connect with his audience. His songs continue to inspire and captivate listeners to this day, offering a glimpse into a world that is both familiar and forgotten. As the 1980s began, Harry Chapin was at the height of his career, with a string of successful albums and a loyal fan base. He continued to tour and release new music, including the album Sequel in 1980, which featured the hit single Story of a Life. The song's themes of family, love, and legacy resonated with listeners, and it became one of Chapin's most beloved songs. Despite his success, Harry Chapin faced challenges in the 1980s. He struggled with the pressures of fame and the demands of touring, which took a toll on his personal life. Additionally, the music industry was undergoing significant changes, with the rise of new wave and punk rock, and Chapin's folk rock sound was no longer as commercially viable. Tragically, Harry Chapin's life was cut short in a car accident on July 16, 1981. He was just 38 years old. The news of his death sent shockwaves through the music industry and devastated his fans, who had grown to love him for his authentic and poignant songs. In the aftermath of his death, Harry Chapin's legacy continued to inspire and uplift audiences around the world. His music remained popular, with songs like Cats in the Cradle and Taxi becoming staples of classic rock radio. Additionally, his non-profit organization, Why Hunger, continued to fight hunger and poverty, a testament to Chapin's commitment to social justice. Today, Harry Chapin is remembered as one of the greatest singer-songwriters of all time, with a legacy that extends far beyond his music. His songs continue to inspire new generations of musicians and fans, and his commitment to social justice remains an important part of his enduring impact. As the great songwriter himself once said, "The greatest thing I've learned is that life is worth living, and that love is the most valuable thing we can give." These words capture the essence of Harry Chapin's music and legacy, which continue to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life and legacy of Harry Chapin. His story is a reminder of the power of music to touch our hearts and minds and to inspire us to make a positive difference in the world. That's all for today's Starbios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold, reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.